It's Tom Brennan. We're here today to discuss a brief overview of proper lunging techniques that are used to prepare horses for competition. Working on the line provides a sound foundation for your work under saddle. The objective is for the horse to build confidence and find its balance, resulting in a comfortable and calm horse that's willing to move forward. Sometimes in today's sport, the desire to quickly produce show ring results leads us to a situation where the fundamentals of horsemanship and training, while not mounted, are overlooked or rushed or just not properly executed.
One of the primary goals of developing horses in hand, teaching them to lunge correctly, teaching them to long line correctly, which was a very historical way of driving and developing young horses, allowed us to change the horse's way of going. It's really a focus not on bringing the head and neck down exclusively, but really on bringing the pelvis under, the head and neck down so that the back and the shoulders can rise and they can begin to have core body strength in the back and shoulders.
The goal when lunging is to work calmly through any tension, stiffness, or crookedness by using frequent upward and downward transitions. This keeps the working session interesting and engages the horse's mind, creating an environment where the horse identifies its own balance and pace. Trying to tire or exhaust your horse on the line is actually counterproductive. Chasing your horse or allowing it to run wildly and uncontrolled on the lunge line can create severe injury.
If you don't utilize correct control and rhythm and balance and straightness, you are going to increase the likelihood of injury. If you put a rider on the horse and you had them run around a 15 to 20 meter circle with the horse completely unbalanced as fast as they could for 30 minutes, nobody would argue whatsoever that it's unhealthy or increasing the likelihood of injury for a horse.
Lunging is also a training tool that can help you connect with your horse, and it also gives them an opportunity to become confident and comfortable in forward motion. You should always wrap your horse or use properly fitted boots to protect their tendons and legs while lunging. If your horse tends to overreach, make sure you use bell boots as well. It's important to maintain only a light contact with the horse's head and make sure the horse isn't allowed to pull or lean on the halter while lunging. When you're lunging in a snaffle bridle, the proper way to attach the line is to run it through the inside bit, behind the throat latch and over the pole. On the off side, you'll run it behind the throat latch again and attach it to the top of the other side of the bit. If you change direction, you're going to have to rerun the line. Most farms and facilities have a round pen. However, horses also need to be comfortable and understanding of how to lunge in open areas, especially when they're competing in show environments. When determining the appropriate place to lunge your horse at a competition, the most essential factor is footing. Don't be shy about asking management to maintain that footing and drag it as necessary. It's their responsibility. The second priority is space. You want to make sure you're using at least a 30-foot lunge line when lunging your horse. I prefer a 60-foot rope like the one we're using here today. This is paramount to the safety of your horse. Some competitions will restrict the number of horses allowed to be lunged in a specific area. But if they don't, make sure you self-police this and ensure your horse has adequate space to safely work on the line.
In-hand work, where we can isolate and selectively demand movement of muscle bodies and range of motion of horses, is the best form of physical therapy that a horse has.
Effective and safe lunging is always done under control and with a purpose. Creating this connection with your horse provides a sound foundation for training, whether your horse is young or old.